We're in the semifinals of our In the Trenches bracket where the fans decide who has the best defense in the NFL. Here in the Final Four, our first matchup was between the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers. And fans, you've decided that the Pittsburgh Steelers will move on to the championship of our bracket over the Ravens. Now it's time to decide who will face them between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go in the trenches where senior editor Mike Wilkening and associate editor Kevin Fishbane hash out the argument.
Well, Mike, we had our first upset in the Trenches series looking at the best defenses. Seattle moves past Houston into the semifinals, but I don't think they're going to have enough to take down the 49ers defense. But you do. What's your argument?
My argument rests on Seattle's secondary. 3 Pro Bowlers last year. Brandon Browner, the ex-CFLer, he makes the Pro Bowl in his first year, really getting regular playing time in the league. I think the safety tandem of Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor may well be the league's best at this point. They're deep in the secondary as well. And as we know, this isn't a matter of stopping 2 receivers. It's stopping multi-receiver sets. I think Seattle can do that. This is a team that's configured to play 21st century defense. I also think they can get the necessary pass rush to help out that secondary in times where guys get open. You've got Chris Clements off the edge, 11 sacks last year. And I also think that Bruce Irvin's a guy that's going to help them. Combine those things together, this is a team that's well positioned to play the type of football you need to play defensively in this day and age.
I will agree the Seahawks are certainly an up-and-coming defense. I love that secondary. I love what they've done there with Chancellor and Earl Thomas, and Red Bryant's one of my favorite defensive linemen in the game. Not a chance they're anywhere close, though, to the 49ers defense. You know, I think 49ers, that safety pair they have, Deshaun Goldson, Dante Whitner, shouldn't take a lot away from them. San Francisco might not have the depth at corner that Seattle has, but when it comes down to this matchup, Mike, it really, to me, comes down to linebackers. 49ers, Navarro Bowman, Patrick Willis, Aldon Smith. Seahawks, who you got? Who's there? That disparity at linebacker, I think, is a big reason the 49ers should move on in this tournament.
To like Seattle in this matchup is to bank on the Seahawks upside. It's to bank on Bruce Irvin. It's to bank on Jason Jones, coming to this defense, I think being a good part of what they're doing. It's to bank on Chris Clemens, getting a little pressure taken off of him because I think that their entire rush is going to be better. It's to bank on this secondary getting even better, which I think is possible. These are very young guys. Earl Thomas is in his 3rd NFL season. What a bright future he has. It's to bank on that linebacking core, I think, taking a step forward. They have some potential there. KJ Wright's a young guy. Bobby Wagner's a rookie. Some interesting pieces there. I don't think we've seen the best of the Seattle defense. In fact, I'm confident of it because I wouldn't be arguing the Seahawks otherwise.
No, we'll give Seattle the secondary then, but I'll give San Francisco the front 7, and I think that is what's going to matter in the end. That run defense, #1 in the NFL, certainly much better than the Seahawks, to not allow a rushing touchdown for the first 16 weeks of the season. Seattle, obviously, they might be able to defend the pass, but they can't match up with something like that.
We may not agree on these defenses, but I think we can agree on this. The 2 matchups between these teams this year, if you love defense, you better tune in. I think they're going to be 2 great games.
San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks. Which team moves on to the championship of our In the Trenches bracket? That's for you to decide. You can cast your vote in the comments section of our YouTube channel or send us your vote via Twitter or participate in the poll at facebook.com/ProFootballWeekly or at ProFootballWeekly.com.